traders, welcome to the TMT Stock Market Strategy video for Tuesday, January 26th. Well, guys, it's all about crude oil here, crude oil and the S&P. Unfortunately, highly correlated right now. It's about 96, 97% correlated. So just about every tick that moves lower in crude, the S&P will eventually follow. This is a 1-minute chart of the USO, which is the ETF for the oil fund. And here's the SPX. And you can see here, guys, I mean, this is really close. I mean, you can't get any closer than this. So if you're looking for some sort of an indicator, I'd be using the crude oil, looking at crude oil pretty much before you enter a trade or as you're exiting a trade, because it is highly correlated at the moment. And it is all about crude. Fortunately, there is a lot of oil stocks and oil services that are heavily weighted in the S&P. And you need to pay attention to what's going on here. Now, we did get a couple of small moves up. I did mention I was suspect of the rally, and we got a little push lower yet again. So, look, there is going to be a day where the markets are going to really rip to the upside. And that's the day I'm looking for so I can actually get short some of this market volatility here. I really like the market short, but they have to be in an area. And again, we'll put that out when that time comes. But as at the moment, there's not enough fear in the markets. I'm going to show that to you as well in the VIX. Let's take a look at the VIX right now. All right, so we have the VIX daily chart. And, you know, we have a little trading system. And every time when the VIX closes outside the band, then closes back in the next day, that third day when it takes out the low, you enter a short signal to sell volatility and, of course, to buy the market because it's inversely correlated at the moment. But let me open this up a little bit more. Now, what I'm looking for is we did get a little bit of a bull flag here right into that 20-ish. I believe that the markets are not going to top until we get into well above 35, 40, or even higher. When we get that extreme spike in volatility, that's when I think the markets have, bottom. I said top. When the markets have bottomed, at least in the short term, okay? Do I think that the market will bottom the rest of the year? I'm not sure. We'll see how that goes and how much fear there is in the markets when that time comes. But we could easily gradually just move up above you. So 38 to 40 is going to be a nice, decent resistance band. But also, remember, guys, anything can happen. So we don't want to just short volatility when the market, when the VIX gets in this area. We want to make sure that it closes back below it. So any extreme spikes here, then I might look at somewhere of a short-term low. But right now, we haven't had that. And we are actually kind of flagged down in the bottom here, this 20. So I am looking for higher price in the VIX, which would mean lower prices in the S&P. However, I do think that at any given moment, we're going to have what would we say, a rip-your-face-off rally, short covering rally, and that's what's really important here. And for me, I'm nervous about the fact of being short and or long for that matter because we haven't had a major sell-off yet, meaning a really capitulatory sell-off where everything is getting sold that day. That tells me that we get a bottom. That hasn't happened. We also haven't had any decent retracement rallies where we can short the market, nor do I really want to buy the market down here. So when the markets are iffy, cash is a position, guys. Really, really important. You have to know that. Patience is a virtue in this market. You want to be like a sniper in the woods and take your time waiting for an opportunity to happen here, okay? Remember, you get paid by the end of the month, and we have all year. This market just started for 2016. Be patient. All right, WTI, I mentioned about it's all about crude. Where's the next level in crude? Well, we have this thin zone area where I always mention, and you can see clearly here that this thin zone, these are the areas here where we have some support, right? Well, we broke through it. Let me just show that to you here. Get that out of the way. You can see we broke through the support. So the next area is going to be about 26-ish. And then, of course, you break below that, you're going to have 20. And then, obviously, the next area would be around $16, right about here. Okay, that's about 16. If that happens, okay, can it happen? Yes. I still think that we get a big flush. You know, I was thinking 30 is going to hold. And again, only by technical analysis, not my opinion. I was thinking probably 30-ish is going to hold. Well, we broke that. We're above 30 now, so we've been going basically back and forth around here. And that's fine when we're chopping up, making a base. However, I think we flush. I do think we go lower yet again, and then I think into probably somewhere where the charts are saying, somewhere in this area here, maybe in the mid to low 20s. Even if we break below 20, I think you have to start looking to really buy it. I mean, and even if you nibbled in mid 20s, I mean, really small, you know, again, based on your trading plan and your risk tolerance, that's something that I would be interested in looking at. But I would love to see a big volume spike and a big price spike lower and see what happens here, okay? But that's crude. It is absolutely following the markets, okay? Well, actually, excuse me, the markets are following crude. All right, let's go take a look at the Mcclellan Oscillator. We're back down to negative 35, not really telling us much other than that we have plenty of room to run to the downside and or if this market does have legs to the upside. So we're basically in a neutral state right now. So that's another reason why I like to look at the Mcclellan Oscillator. Let's just dive right into these daily charts here. All right, guys. We know the support is 187. Then we got the 182.25. You see what I meant? I mentioned this. We'll probably tag this, maybe overshoot it, and then start to sell off again. This is what I'm looking for, right? All right. Now we did get this here, right? We got this bear flag into the 8, right? There's your bear flag, and then a break lower is where I would suspect the market would look to sell off. We did tag that 8 and held. Next step would be the 193.50. That would be just underneath the 20-day moving average. I'd like that as a really good sell entry. In the Pro Trader Premier video I put out, I have some decent, real good signals that I'm actually putting together for the Pro Trader Premier video subscribers. Transportation sector, 117.70 is going to really need to hold. You can see what we have here. We have this downtrend, this swoon of just thin zones all the way down to here. We've held. What's happening on this rally? Take a look, guys. You can see if volume doesn't count, I don't know what does. This is actually lower volume, headed lower on this move up. That tells me that the market is suspect and weak. I'm looking for lower prices in transports. If the transports cannot rally, which I believe it can't at the moment, that's why the markets are headed lower, along with lower crude oil prices. Remember, transportation sector should be ripping to the upside, right? Cheaper oil, it really affects their bottom line in a good way, but it is not, okay? And I've been talking about this all of 2015 along with the IWMs. Be careful out there. If you think that you want to start buying for your longer-term guys out there, be careful. You're going to have easy ways of getting cheaper prices in the markets. IWM, we're right here, as you can see. We tagged that 8 again. Russell 2000 index, very, very weak, extremely weak. And it looks like to me that we're going to probably take out this low. If we take out this low, I'll put out some lower prices, some targets to the downside. Okay, guys? Diamonds, DIA. Again, same here. Tag the 8. If you look at it this way, I look at if this little area is cluster of price area, if we can't even get a 3 or 4 5-day run at least to the 20, how weak is this market? I mean, this is why I am very nervous about the market of being long and or short down here at the moment, because I want to see a rip your face off rally into that 20-ish area, into those volume zones, and then fail. Or I'd rather see a big flush. So for me, I'm just putting off to the side right now, and we'll see what happens. Apple reports tonight, so going to affect the Qs in a big way. As you can see here, we got support at 99, 102.70, and then way down below the August lows. And look what's happening. We did break back above it, which is nice, but look at the volume. Volume is extremely low on this move up. That tells me we have a nice bear flag into the 8, and the next area should be lower yet again. But again, Apple could trump the chart, so just keep that in mind, guys, all right? Hope it helps. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.